Okay, so I just want to go through this because, yes, I don't know. I don't think I can, like, I don't know, today I wanted to answer someone that I'm pretty sure doesn't really understand all of the things in the game. Maybe I think we can analyze the situation together so that maybe more people understand, like, what actually is mashing. Okay, if I ask you guys, what is mashing? For you guys. What does mashing mean? For you guys. If we take that first. I don't know, I'm green rank. Yeah, you guys don't know. The correct definition, pressing buttons on negative frames. Anyone from YouTube. Just smashing random. Well, I think a lot of people do believe that's the case. Pressing all buttons without having knowledge over what you are doing. Okay. Mashing is added. That's interesting. That's an interesting one. A good potato, yeah. Hey Shaman, how you doing? Guys, I'm just gonna see if we have the same understanding of what actually mashing is before I go into this clip that I already edited because it was funny. Because in relation to my definition and a definition that a lot of other people have in relation to mash, is that mash is basically pressing on minus frames, but apparently for multiple others, mashing means maybe just cluelessly pressing buttons and don't understanding whatever is gonna happen and stuff like that. Is that what I'm getting? Half kick, I got minus 1000. Well, then yet again, then the mashing is basically you mash, also basically you are not plus, you're minus. Okay, so now like I have this discussion then with people, because I do believe a lot of casuals don't understand totally what people I understand that I'm a little bit higher than casual, so I'm not casual level, so I have a different definition. Mashing is being late. Yeah. But just pressing is being aggressive without respect for frame. Mashing is just mash. Yeah, but when you say just mashing buttons, I don't understand. Like, are you talking about then that I'm mashing harshly on one button on the keyboard? I'm just wondering, because okay, then we can go through this clip then, and then we'll see if we agree in that sense. You're mashing our time, hurry up! Okay, so I made this edit today because it was a funny clip, but then again it made me just realize how different or definitional mashing is, because even after I explained what I believed mashing was, people still didn't understand. So here I am pressuring. We can just run the clip first. It goes very quick. Have you guys, do you believe what is happening here is mashing? What I did there? You're not pressuring, you're mashing. How am I mashing here? Before I explain what is happening. Is that high crush? Yes, it's high crush. It can be both. Well, okay, so is it only me that is mashing? Then, if I'm talking like that. If they don't respond and you can press a button, is it really mashing? No, it's not mashing if it's neutral. It's mashing, the main definition that is around is if you're minus, you're mashing. And that's totally allowed too, because mashing is a good thing in some senses. So, okay, if we go a little bit playback speed a little bit slower, I'm just going to take this. Okay, we don't need to see my face for so much. I do SS1 into nothing, because I'm fishing for the opponent to do something. Meanwhile, she does. She tries to launch. I don't know why. But I'm just looking. And what am I doing? I'm punishing that. Here, but after I punished, I'm plus. I'm plus. You know? What is happening here? She tries to sidestep when I'm very plus. I guess that's what's happening here. She's not pressing a button. I think she tries to sidestep. So none of us is mashing here. I don't know what she's trying to do there either. But it's still my turn, basically. Because I'm hitting her. So I decided to continue the presser with SS1s. And here I decide that we do 1 plus 2 because I think she's gonna press. Yes, she did press, but she pressed something I didn't believe went under. But do you still believe? Then, is it still button mashing? Because mashing then is, none of us really were mashing other than on the last hit. Asuna was mashing 1 plus 2 because I don't think, because you're trying to interrupt, is that mashing? Or else I don't think any of us actually were mashing here. If you're just talking like on the explanation, I think maybe it's good to just explain this so that people understand how this works. Because I'm just taking my turn since it is my turn because I'm plus. So in my definition, and in a lot of other definitions, or other pros definitions, then you're not mashing because you're already plus, you're just taking your turn. Well, maybe, yeah, of course, but it is still, mashing is not a bad thing, even though you do it in a way for interrupting people or being minus. Mashing is not bad. Mashing is bad if you're clueless and just press buttons. I guess press buttons is random. Mashing doesn't need to be random. Mashing can be very good in a lot of senses. I thought mashing was just constantly attacking. No, mashing is basically, in definition, pressing on minus. You can try to take your turn, even though it's not your turn. So what she, Asuna, did was a calculated mash, still totally fine, but this whole round here was not just mashing, as you clearly saw that Asuna tried to step, but she was too minus to step because I'm very plus after I punished there, for example. There was a lot of things that was going on there, but there was not anyone mindlessly mashing just in this round. And I think casuals don't see that because they don't understand the frames. So yes, I do understand like a lot when people are looking at this, and of course I've been mindlessly pressing sometimes. In this case I was not mindlessly pressing. When I see the opponent is really bad, I'm not gonna lie, I do mash because I don't need to think if the opponent is really bad. I'm just chilling. But often the people that I do meet in this rank, I do need to think a little bit. Sadly. And Harada is trying to ban you and you're trying to... Yeah, well, you know how it is. It's very interesting because because I think it's very interesting to hear your perspective from you guys, because I just think that people know about this. That's the thing. I just think people know about this in relation to... No, people don't know. They just started playing the game. I understand it's damn hard to understand what is happening in these motions, and maybe that's something we need to study more. Maybe I should actually join tournaments and lose just to have a brief of what is actually happening under the matches. Well, yeah, you can say that too. I agree, but like it's all about knowledge, I think. Though I don't know. Well, it works, so why shouldn't you do it? Even though I was very salty. Mashing is bad when you don't have any idea. Yeah, but then again, is it then still defined as mashing, or you just randomly pressing buttons? But yet again, yes, me also, I've used mashing in a negative term where I do see the opponent just pressing like mindlessly nothing. So this mashing term seems to be very difficult, because you know that it's used in professional term. Mashing can be very good, but at a casual term we use it to say that this is a bad player, basically, often, even though mashing in multiple situations are really good at the professional term and definition of it. We as casuals will believe it's not. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. So if a casual says it's mashing, then they mean that you're trash, often. But if a professional says that was, I don't know. It's a very interesting thing, actually, because I do believe mashing is good in a lot of senses. If I panic and I do it every time I'm angry. I do forward 1+2. This is Tekken, not chess. Arslan and Lee will never be considered, at least. Well, it is at least for head. I mean, the brain power to actually be able to react to things, no? Do you not think chess, for example, also, like, chess is athletish. It is brain. If Arslan says you are mashing, then what? I don't know. I'm confusing myself. What do you mean mashing for a professional? Is applying pressure? No, mashing is basically taking your turn when you're minus, in a professional sense, professional player sense. So if I'm -4, I decide, you know what, you're gonna do a really slow move, and I'm not gonna fucking respect you because you are a bitch. I will try to do something quicker and then mash to win my round back. Cause I ain't no bitch, man. That's how it works. But also that could go terribly wrong if the other person knows that you decide that you want to press there. And then we have an issue. So then I need to read that he's gonna do a much quicker move, and I do need to respect. And then we go back and forward, trying to read each other's mind of what the other opponent is doing. And that the thing is with Tekken, opponents have a lot of very interesting patterns. And some people don't change these patterns in a first two. But other people can change those patterns very quickly, and that is what professionals do. They change patterns very quickly. They see, oh, that's what you're doing? Okay, well, let's change it up. But yeah, Joshi players, experts at mashing. The whole character is basically mashing correctly. But then, if you say that to Yoshi players, they will get offended. Right? Yes, my favorite, hey. I'm offended, not gonna lie. I'm offended, you know. We have John Jones with his god-gifted body, spike, knee and elbow, and yeah, but he became the... I have no clue who it is. I don't... It's perfect. But so, we could almost, with that definition, we could make so many people mad, you know. You know what? Next stream, we're gonna make a mash tier list according to the definition of which character has the best mash. And people are gonna get so offended because so many have a negative definition on mash. It's gonna be bro. No, I don't. On that mash part, Nina can take over. But I'm pretty sure if I just added that on Twitter, people will be so pissed over how mash friendly their character is.